G'day, I'm Bart, and I'm going to help you get started with your Ensuite Mounted Double shower tent. First, I'm going to show you how to mount the tent, so I'm going to explain the back bracket and show you what's included. Then, when it's mounted, I'm going to show you how to set it up, including how to install the HOTTAP shower hose into the wet room so you can have a nice shower. And then finally, when we're done, I'm going to show you how to pack everything away. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so to mount your Ensuite Mounted tent, I have in front of me a skeleton of one of the tents. Remove the fabric, so you're not going to see any fabric here. And we're looking at the back panel. So this is actually the frame of a single, and it's 100 centimeters long. The mounted double is actually 193 centimeters long, so it's a little bit longer, but the same principles for mounting apply. So both are 65 mils wide from edge to edge. And then this channel, which is what we're going to use to insert these L brackets, is actually 51 mil, has a 51 mil spacing. So looking at the L brackets, the Ensuite single comes with 2 brackets and the Ensuite double comes with 3 brackets. Now the brackets, we have a short edge, which essentially fixes onto the back of this platform here. And it includes M6 bolts with lock nuts. And the spacing for these bolts is 51 mil, which is exactly the spacing of this channel. And we also have the long edge, which then fixes onto your crossbar or your roof rack system. And it includes M8 bolts with lock nuts as well. So I'll show you how to apply these in a second, how to attach them to the frame. But again, when you have your mounted single, you get 2 of these L brackets, and then your mounted double will have 3 with 1 more in the middle. Now, because of the way this is designed, you can actually get any kind of mounting system that you want, as long as you have a channel or the separation of the bolts at 51 mil. All right, so to start installing these L brackets, I'm just gonna get my M6 bolts and free them up. And you get your M6 bolt and you slide it through the edge of the channel here into your desired location. So if possible, you want to get the bolt so you can get the L bracket attached as close as possible to the arms, and that's going to reduce the amount of torque that you have. So get these M6 bolt here. And then from here, we'll get the L bracket. Feed the bolts through the hole. Bring in the washer and then the lock nut. And then use a wrench to tighten this. The ideal way to set this up actually is to get these L brackets and attach them to your roof rack system first, and then you'd bring the tent up and then install it through these M6 bolts. That's going to be a little bit easier. Okay, so now that the tent is mounted, you probably have also found in the bag a bag of pegs, so we can peg down the actual corners and a center of the tent. A fabric repair kit, so if you get any tears or any holes in your tent, you can actually use this kit to patch that up. And then you also have a laundry holder. So you put this into the wet room. This is where you store your soaps and shampoos when you're showering. All right, now that we have the tent mounted, let's look at how to set it up. So first, we're gonna have to unzip the bag from one side all the way to the next. Once it's unzipped, let's flip over the bag to the back of the tent. And then from here, we've got the 2 separate sections of the mounted tent. On the right-hand side, we have the dry section, so the dry room where you would get changed. On the left-hand side, we've got the wet room, so this is where you're gonna shower. Okay, so to set this up, we have to get these Velcro straps, pull them out from the bottom, all the way up, and then our tent will just fall down into place. Next, same thing for this room. Get the Velcro strap, pull it out, let the tent roll down into place. From here, we have our mechanism where we can just unclip and fold out the first wall. Fold out the wall until you hear that click, so it clips into place over here. Same thing with this side. We're gonna pull it down, release, bring out the wall, clicks into place. And now we have the center wall. Okay, so now we have all of our walls out and clicked into place. And this is a very good time for us to adjust the height of the tent. So depending on how you mounted and where you mounted your tent, you're gonna need to remove the cap over here using an Allen key, bringing out the material, and then rolling it up or rolling it down until you get your desired height at the bottom of the tent. When you're done, reinstall the fabric, put the clips back on, and then tighten them up with the Allen key. All right, so next we want to unclip the outside wall here. And then bring this wall down to the back, and this is going to be the back wall of the dry room. And all you need to do is clip it into the zipper here, zip down, and that's the back wall. And then for the front wall, we do the exact same thing. Bring out the wall, get the zipper, attach it on the top, and zip it down. So from here, we would peg down the straps to secure the bottom corners of the tent in place so that we have minimal disruption from wind. And in some cases, if it's extremely windy, you can actually get a structural pole and set it on either corner of the tent, and that's going to give you a bit more stability in the wind. Okay, so to get inside the tent, we use this entry point, and we can access the dry room. All right, so we're inside the dry room now, and I want to show you that we actually have an access to something behind the back of the tent. By unzipping these two sections here, we can roll down the material and we can kind of access something inside our four-wheel drive, or wherever you got this mounted, you can actually just access from inside the dry room. Now, if you want to access the wet room from the dry room, you can unzip this door and walk right into the wet room. So I want to point a couple of things out in this room. So the first thing is that we have a dry zone, which we can unzip, which gives us access to a small hanger where we can put like clean clothes and a dry towel. We also have access to something outside the back of the tent by unzipping this section here, exactly like in the dry room. And while we're here, we may as well install our included laundry bag by clipping into these sections here. Okay, so now that everything is set up and ready to go, let's install the HOTTAP shower hose into the wet room so we can have a nice shower. So to install the shower hose and shower head inside the tent, first we need to connect the red hose into the water outlet of the HOTTAP. Reinstall the HOTTAP. Get the other end of the red shower hose and feed it in through this opening here. And now let's install the shower head and shower switch inside the tent. We then feed the hose from the bottom section here, run it up along this corner wall, clipping it into place. And then finally, we can pull out this metal holder here and then attach the shower head onto the holder so that it's above our head when we're having a nice shower. All right, so the last thing for us to do is to install the roof. Now we want to install the wet room roof first because it's got an extra Velcro strap along this edge here, which allows us to install the dry room roof. So to start off with, we just need to get this material and roll it out. And as we roll it out, we want to keep tension across the front section of the roof. You can even hop outside the tent, pull on the corner, and then Velcro it down a little bit further. All right, so when it's fully Velcroed on either side, we've got an additional flap that drops down from the front of this section here, and we tuck it behind this material and we can attach it to these 3 Velcro straps. And this is how you do that. Pull it down. Okay, so now that we've installed the wet room roof, let's install the dry room roof. And now the final step is to get the top section here, roll it over the front, and then attach it on the Velcro straps. Okay, so when we're ready to put everything away, we just want to make sure that the tent is completely clean and completely dry. And then from here, we just need to make sure that we have both of these rooms open on the entry and exit zippers, so both the dry and the wet room. And we're going to start off by rolling the roof back into place. So I'm going to give you a little bit more vision on what I'm doing. I'm going to tuck this wall away first. I'll clip it into place. And now you can see how we're gonna roll the roof away. So first we're just gonna detach it from the Velcro. Let it hang down, detach this side, let it hang down, grab the very front section, start rolling it up. Leave it in place. While we're here, let's get this next wall unzipped. And clip that into place here. And now we just need to go back inside to the wet room and then roll up the ceiling as well. Let's unclip that. Let's start collapsing these walls back in. Again, you're gonna pull down, release the frame, and then clip it into place. So now that's secure. Let's get this side as well. Pull down. Let's clip it into place. And then from here, gather all the material from the very bottom and roll it up. Doesn't need to be too tight. Now get the Velcro straps, feed them through the loop, pull, secure, and attach. Put it through the loop, pull, secure, and attach. There we go. Same thing for the wet room. Grab the material from the very bottom, roll it up, with the Velcro strap. Okay, pull it, secured it, and it's attached now. Next strap. Let's bring the front section of the bag back over the top. There we go. And let's zip it up. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful in getting you started with your Ensuite Mounted Double shower tent, and happy showering.